Shalom. Apostle Hawk coming back at you with this truth, giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. This is a video that I came across by SO-Real, and this was put up earlier today, entitled SO-Real versus GMS Rabbi Lewis, multiple topics, and it says on the bottom, it says Shield Squad versus Great Millstone, Rabbi Lewis, host Cherry Love, special guest, and G Consciousness, YouTube channel Cherry Love, date September 12, 2017, time 9:30 p.m. I just want to say this, we don't know this guy, Rabbi Lewis. He's supposed to be from Long Island. We don't know nobody from Long Island. I don't know if he just listened to us and decided to put up the name GMS. And you got to watch out for these dudes. The scriptures say let everything be done decently and in order. And decency and in order. So you got a lot of guys that just make up a GMS channel and they run with it like they're part of GMS. Not all these guys that claim to use the word GMS or the title GMS or Great Millstone is part of Great Millstone. And this guy, Rabbi Lewis of Great Millstone, is definitely not a part of Great Millstone. All right, we're gonna start revealing a lot of these guys that call themselves GMS and Great Millstone that are not a part of Great Millstone because they're not under any order. All right. There's a lot of knuckle draggers in GMS. There's a lot of grimy niggas in GMS that the Most High is going to destroy. Okay, everything is going to be tight. When the Most High deliver us, everything is going to be tight. Anyway, I'm going to close with one scripture. And you can't be part of GMS or prophet of the Lord because you cool with a brother or teaching GMS. You got to watch out for the knuckle draggers. And these people are so desperate because GMS is the number. Anytime you mention Hebrew Israelites or they say black Hebrew Israelites, GMS got to come up. If you don't mention GMS, or Great Millstone is in the back of your mind. All right? You can't go into discussion of the Israelite groups unless you mention Great Millstone. It would show that the Most High is dealing with us. We're the #1 group out there, despite what people out there say. Anyway, I'm going to go...
Unfortunately, my computer is really acting slow again. I apologize.
It's acting slow because you're not down with GMS.
Yeah, read it in the NIV if you have it. Because it's... Yeah.
I like the ESV.
Okay, that's fine, okay.
Okay, he mentioned the NIV, was a New International Version, and then the other guy said a standard version, which we don't...
Well, if you don't mind, well, I have the KJV, so I hope you don't mind that.
Yeah, because like, it doesn't, like, it's written in the Old English, so like, it's a little confusing.
Yeah, that proves that this guy's not part of Great Millstone because he's not reading out of the King James. Anyway, we're going to go to okay, Amos 9 verse 9. It said, "For lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth." So these guys that are coming into Israel just making up camps, making up YouTube pages and claiming that they're high priests and elders or whatever they call themselves, all right?
2 verse 6. Therefore thou hast forsaken thy people.
It says the 10th verse.
House of Jacob.
All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. It goes on to say, the 11th verse, "In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David." Great millstone is really the tabernacle of David. We are the true tabernacle of David. We were the people, we were the men that were with David back when David was in power. And David's going to come back into power. It says in that 11th verse, Amos 9 verse 11, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen and close up the breaches thereof. What does that mean? Any niggas, any knuckle draggers that's part of Great Millstone, you're going to be sifted out of here, man. Any coons, any demons, any spies, any agents, you're going to be sifted up out of there, man.
Traditional is them believing the one God.
It says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. So if you're not a part of the house of David back then, you're not going to be a part of the house of David now. You're going to be sifted out. That's why when you go to Matthew, the 25th chapter, and you read about the 10 virgins, you got a whole bunch of Israelite groups out there. So the Lord broke it down into a parable of 10 virgins. 5 were wise and 5 were foolish. There's a lot of foolish virgins out there with no oil in their lamp. And we here at Great Millstone, we have the oil in our lamp.
About the reincarnation, as traditional as they believe in the Old Testament Septuagint.
Well, the Hijjah, the Shilonite, he had a vision. He took, I don't remember how it's worded. The kingdom got split, the northern and southern kingdom, which was the 12 tribes of Israel. Because you have to.
And this guy doesn't even sound like Great Millstone, man.
King David.
He's just some knuckle dragging nigga that just decided to call himself Great Millstone, and that's to set us up and make us look bad. All right.
You have to be descendant of Solomon to sit on the throne of David, or to sit on the throne. Now, the Shilonite priest Ahijah was the one who prophesied the split of the northern and southern kingdom, that they will be split up. I'm sorry, I lost my.
Ask about that.
Wait, what was your question? I'm sorry, what was your question again?
My question was, do you believe that the Jews and now I'm going to bring it to the New Testament, during the times of Jesus, they're under the Romans, right? They're practicing their religion. Do you believe that reincarnation was just as much as believable, on par to the level that they held to the Old Testament Septuagint? Or was it some lower level superstitious belief here and there? It all depends on what Jew you talk to.
The Lord, what you call Jesus Christ, knew about reincarnation and spoke about it in book of Matthew's 11th chapter, and Matthew's 17th chapter, and also John the 9th chapter from the first verse. All right. So the Lord knew about reincarnation. The disciples knew about it too, and even the scribes and the Pharisees and other Israelites knew that there was a thing called reincarnation. All right. And the Lord tells you in was Exodus the 20th chapter. It speaks about reincarnation. If you commit a sin in one life, you're gonna come back and pay for it when you come back on the scene, or in this realm. Okay, when you die, you come back. That's why you have people that are born blind. You have people that are born crippled. Why is that? Well, when you go to John the 9th chapter in the first verse, when they asked the man that was blind, that was healed by the Lord Yahweh Shai, they asked, did his parents sin or did he sin? And the Lord said, neither of them sinned. In other words, he wasn't born blind because he sinned in a past life. He was born blind for X amount of years so that the Lord can heal him, so that the people around about can see that miracle. So that's why that man was born blind. Now somebody else could have been born blind because they committed a sin in their past life. See, they will never understand these scriptures because they're not born again. They're going by what they were taught in that Christianity, in that Renaissance / plantation Christianity. So they'll never understand Christianity. They'll never understand reincarnation. Now, if you go to my page on What is the 666 Mark, put in reincarnation. See how many videos pop up, and it'll explain it to you, because we explained it to you many a times, man. You just don't want to hear it. You just stopping your ears. Okay, but I'm gonna close on this, and I'm pretty sure brothers are gonna make response videos to this. This guy right here, Great Millstone, and that's how great Millstone is. That's how great we are. You got people taking the name Great Millstone, and then they're using it for themselves. It says Great Millstone, Rabbi Lewis. First of all, we don't call nobody Rabbi and Great Millstone, and we don't know no guy named Rabbi Lewis. So this guy, either he's set up and paid off by them, or he's just a self-proclaimed individual that's using the name Great Millstone. You notice they didn't put GMS, they put Great Millstone. Y'all should wake up to the fact and realize, or come to the realization, that the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, is dealing, the Most High and His Son are dealing with the children of Israel through Great Millstone, aka GMS. It's been proven time and time again that we are the true men of the Lord. And we say, I say it, and even Apostle Gabar says it a lot, the hopeful elect, because we're humble, man. We're humble. You know, we're not going to brag and boast and say we're guys and I'm this guy and I'm that guy. You know, we believe that we're men of the Lord, but we humbly believe it, you know. And we also know that if we don't endure to the end, we're not going to be saved. So truly, when you know that you are truly a man of the Lord, is when you're saved at the end of this thing. You know, it says, give diligence to make that calling and election sure. So that's why we remain diligent. And I'll say this, I'm not diligent enough. I should be more diligent. And that's just my attitude. Whatever I could do, I can do more. Anyway, with that, watch out for them knuckle draggers and them spies and them agents and them niggas that are in GMS, because you got a lot of niggas. You got a lot of grimy, knuckle-dragging niggas in GMS. And that's why you guys are the leaders. You supposed to stand up, step up to the plate, man, and lead. Okay? We got too many niggas just coming in here, man. Just too many niggas just flocking in here. And if guys are not up to par with what they, with teaching His word and growing. If you in this thing for 5 years and you say, well, I'm just gonna stand on the corner and hold a sign. Nigga, we don't need you, man. Now you got guys that are helpers. Well, the helper is gonna be out in the audience, man. You talking about you want to join the camp, and you in this thing for 4 or 5 years, and all you can do is hold a sign, and then when we ask you to get one sign, it takes you 15 minutes to get that sign. We don't need niggas we don't need knuckle draggers like you. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom. And yeah, this right here is a hot topic. I don't know if I gave it a title, but I'll give it a title as soon as I put it up. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.